So the fundamentals of data analytics, so introduction. So this slide taken or provided by Dr. Asem, and I edited the content for some necessary content, because we have another part. Yeah, this is the first part. Yeah, to make it clear, I provide the second part of the introduction. Yeah, especially in data classification, yeah, data types, and so on. So the outlines for this lecture, yeah, the introduction, yeah, the data, yeah, the first one, yeah, of course we already introduced, yeah, and getting to know each other, and then the expectation from this module, and then introduction to data analytics, the data, yeah, it's all about, and prominent case studies in application. Yeah, so what is a data? So what is data? So any of you, yeah, by your opinion, yeah, by your opinion, because so we have a definition. This is the based on the textbook. Yeah? Based on the textbook, we have this kind of definition. But in your opinion, what is the data? Yeah, can you, any of you, yeah, maybe have some opinion? It's fine, yeah, to communicate your opinion. Yeah, because so you have argument as well, yeah, in order to deliver the opinion. So any of you, you have maybe you have idea about the data? Yeah, in your opinion, what is data? Please talk. Yeah,
Is
feel free.
data like a raw material, so that we can turn into a process?
Right. So this is Akil, or
Yeah, it's Akil, sir.
all right. Okay. So because of I see only small part of the here of the was it attendant? Yeah, I mean the student and me, because of I cannot open in the whole features. Only small part. All right. Yes. Yeah.
I
Good.
see, sir.
Yeah. Good answer. Yeah. So because of the data is like the you know, just the original, yeah, from the source, right? Like the raw material, right? And then we need to process to get more useful, yeah, for information. So any other opinion? And that is a very good, yeah. And any other opinion? It's fine to say your opinion. Feel free. Yeah, and also to train your communication skill. Yeah. And maybe you have experience. I think you all every day you deal with the data. Every day, I can say. I think here you have a smartphone, right? All. Even maybe when people sometimes they have more than two, yeah, smartphone, yeah, more than one, more than two, yeah, because of one for this number, another one for this number. Yeah, I'm not sure in Brunei. Can you have more than two numbers, for example, one or two phone numbers? In
Yes.
here, yeah, is it possible?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So means the same with in other country here also in Saudi Arabia we can have even more than two numbers, yeah, but maximum three numbers here. So because of when we buy the SIM card,
Kopinya Zakul dalam mesbok.
please
Okay, mabalikan revive.
please switch off your microphone. Khairil Hasid. Khairil, please switch off your microphone. Yeah, mute
Sorry, sir.
Okay. All right. So any other opinion about the data? Yeah, please talk. We have 50 students in the class. Yeah, at least 2 or 3 students.
I think our chat, someone said something on the chat, sir,
Oh,
from Amirul.
okay, okay. All right. Yeah, sometimes I do. Okay. Yeah, the raw fact. Okay. Yeah, good. Yeah. So then you can talk actually. You can talk here. Just unmute or switch on your microphone, then you can talk. So then we can have the interaction. Yeah. Because actually it is a little bit difficult to manage the class. Yeah. In online class, especially for the big class. Yeah. The number of the student like this lecture, this course we have. This module we have 50 students, so that's why we need to interact, yeah, at least, and you have to take attention, yeah, pay the attention, yeah. So otherwise, then you will lose with the module or the content. So any of you, yeah, please talk, yeah.
Everyone is shy, sir.
Yes, I okay. All right, yeah, it is fine. Yeah. But I just want to train, yeah, because you need to talk actually, yeah, because this is the typical people from Southeast Asia, yeah, even like me before, yeah, from Malaysia, from Indonesia, yeah, also maybe from Brunei, yeah, and same. But you need to speak, yeah. Actually, if you have something, just talk, yeah, speak. It is different with the student here, yeah, in Saudi Arabia because of different culture. Here, everything the student talk, yeah. Even the schedule, even the small thing they talk during the lecture and so on. Yeah, they talk, they ask this one, request this one, ask this one. So that's why sometimes even they don't have the good argument, but they just talk like this. So for us, yeah, for you, I think better to train your soft skill, yeah, to speak more, yeah, during. I mean, if the lecturer asks something or give you a chance to talk, then just talk, no problem, yeah. Yeah, sometimes we have a different culture here, yeah, in Saudi Arabia and in Southeast Asia, but we have to, because currently we are in the global environment, yeah, almost no border for each country. So when people coming from different country, the people come from different country and we work together, yeah, especially if you want to work in multinational company. In multinational companies, and we will work with the people from different background and different countries, yeah, different culture. So it is very good for you if you train from the university, or at least from the university or during your school, actually. All right. Okay, if not, then I will refer to the slide. Yeah, but actually that is right, as you mentioned, that the data is actually the raw fact, yeah, the raw one, yeah, raw materials. Yeah, collection of fact, yeah, and such as number, words, yeah, measurement, observation, or even just description of things. That is the data. Yeah, just collection of the fact. Yeah, that is the data. Yeah, fact, numbers, word, yeah, letters, measurement, yeah, or even the observation. Yeah.
So can I ask a
Yes.
question?
Yes, yes.
Will
Sure.
this will the slides be in a team or Moodle, sir?
Yeah, that is, I will, for time being, because I don't have access in the, in your LMS, yeah, in UTP LMS, right? Usually you access the LMS, right, in UTP.
Yes,
Isn't it?
yes, sometimes we access the LMS, sometimes we use Microsoft Teams.
Yeah, because I don't have access to those applications, so I will send these materials to the class representative, right, by email,
Okay, okay.
and then please
sir.
help me to distribute to your friend, yeah, the class members, right?
Okay, noted, sir.
Yeah, because
Okay, sir.
I don't have an access so far. Yeah, I will talk to the program leader whether I can get an access or just deliver or distribute by using email or other ways. Yeah, because of any ways, because of I'm still not sure about this. But for the previous class, yeah, previous lecture, I sent by email, right? So don't worry, the materials I will deliver or distribute or send the materials all to the class representative. Then please help me to distribute the class members. So this is the data. Yeah, data is the fact. Yeah, and it is actually not useful. Yeah, only just fact. Yeah, the like the numbers. Yeah, words. Yeah, letters. Yeah. Before we proceed. Yeah, before we proceed, analyze. Yeah, and that's why we need the analytic data analytics, and after that we will get the information. Yeah, from the data analytics. So the input of the data analytics, of course, the data, yeah, for the raw materials. And after that, we'll be proceed in data analytics. And after that, we can read the result of data analytics, and it will be useful for us. Yeah, but for data itself, that is just the data, just like word, just number, yeah, yeah, and the measurement or observation, yeah. So without any process, yeah, further process, so that it will be just only the data, only the fact. All right, so information. So the difference between the information and data is actually the information is the input of the information is from the data. Yeah, after some necessary processing, and then we will get the information. So the information is the result of, yeah, this one, this information, data. So it's actually the result of collecting and organizing the data, yeah, in the way of, yeah, of course, we'll see the relationship between the items, yeah, and provide the context and meaning, yeah, for all these things. And then what is knowledge? Yeah, so it has a relationship also. So it's actually the concept of understanding information, yeah, here, based on the recognized patterns. Yeah. If we know the patterns of the data, then we can provide the concept of the understanding. Yeah. So, and it will be useful, of course, after we recognize or we know the pattern, yeah, that previously unknown, yeah, of insight and about the information. This is the knowledge, yeah. So the first one is the data, the raw one. This is the information after certain processing, and the third one is the further process. So then we will get the knowledge from that. All right, so this is the example, yeah, medical example, yeah, like breast cancer. So breast cancer information, yeah. So sorry, the data, yeah, and this is the data. And so then we can from this some data, yeah, just this one we can say the number, right? So because of we have some column here or the data, right? From clamp thickness until mitosis. Yeah, so this is the type benign or malignant. So this is one. So we can see for each column. Yeah, this is just the number, right? Just the number. Yeah, yeah. The first column here. Sorry. First column, second column, yeah, the third column, the fourth column, fifth, sixth, seventh, yeah, eighth, and ninth. right? So we have named column here. So it has a the number only, right? So if we see this one, each column, yeah, if we read this one, so then we don't know what does mean, right? Isn't it? If we just read, for example, this is first column, just see number, what does mean? This is column thickness only, the number, right? And then second one also, the third one. But when we combine this all, then we analyze, using data analytical process, and then we will get the knowledge. So based on this, each number, from each column, so then we can get this one, the output, the type of the breast cancer here. So this case, for example, the first row here, there is a 4.1, in column thickness, 0.1 in unit cell size, and 0.5 in cell shape, 0.1 marginal adhesion, 1.5, 0.1, 0.5. Yeah. Here, 0.8 in bare nucleate and plain chromatin. So 2.1, 0.8 normal nucleoli and mitosis here, 0.9. So this is benign, right? So after we process this one, based on this, so we can say this one as a features, in the data analytics. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, row, and 9. Right. So then based on this number, from the data from the table here, so then after some necessary analytical process, and we can get the conclusion that the first data, the first row of data is actually benign, for the types of the breast cancer. And then malignant, this is the last one, for example, for height, for all height. And this is the last one, for example, 7.3, for clump thickness, 9.8, and for cell shape, 9.9, for addition, marginal addition, 7.3, single cell size, 6.4, and bare nucleate, 9.1, 8.4 on chromatin, and nucleoli 6.5, and mitosis 0.3. So then based on this number provided in this table, so we get this one, malignant. So this is the knowledge that we get. So from the data, after the process and further process, then we'll classify what kind of the breast cancer this one, what type of the cancer. All right, so this is one example. So this is the data analytic. Because as you can see here, or data analytics or data mining. So this is the data here. The raw data. This is the raw data. We can say this is the raw data. Or the data. Data. The same meaning. So the data, the raw fact or the fact. So this is the data. So you take the data here, and after you provide or process in the data analytic or data mining here, so then we will get this one. This one. So inside the count. Then after that, this is the diagnosis. Benign and malignant, right? Malignant, this one, B or M, right? So this is the B, the color you can see here, the color of B, and let's say this is the light pink, maybe, and then this another one, let's say we This is the green, for example. So there is two different color, yeah, based on the classification, yeah, that we got from the data analytic or data mining. So this is the algorithm, yeah, and we can say this one as knowledge, yeah. So unit cell size if less than equal 1.85, then B, yeah. And then for cell size, yeah, more than 3.95, then M, yeah. So these are, we can say these are as a knowledge, right? So that is the data, yeah. So this is the data, yeah, and this is the process, and we can get the classification of the data. So it will be useful. Then we can say if we get the, for example, the range, yeah, or the threshold for its classification, then we can say this is the knowledge, yeah, because we can conclude that this is the threshold of the classification, right? So actually, yes, we can say the threshold of the classification. Right. Okay, so then, yeah, I'm going to introduce about big data. Yeah, big data. Any of you? You have maybe, I'm not sure, the opinion or experience, yeah? Because of big data is actually every day we deal with the big data, yeah, and we use big data actually, but sometimes we do not realize that we interact with big data every day. So any of you give opinion about big data? What is big data? The previous one is data only. This one is big data.
Is big data like let's say combine data like a package data?
Package data. Okay. So what is can you give the example? Yeah.
Like
Package
a data where you can like basically a list of numbers like people's name, their age, and then you have to sort it out based on their names, their like
Yeah.
date of birth. Is it like that, sir?
Okay. That is the data. That is actually the data. But we can say the big data. There is a what's it, the requirement for big data. That is a data. Yeah. Data. Yeah. They seem like data. But for example, as you mentioned, yeah, this is discussion. Yeah, we discussion. Then yeah, hopefully other colleague or friends here can get an idea about this discussion. So you are Akil Abbas, or what is your name?
Yes, sir. Akil
Okay.
Abbas, sir.
All right. Okay, good. Yeah. Good answer for initiating the discussion. Okay.
There's a question in the chat, sir.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, good. Okay. So any other comment or idea or maybe opinion? Yeah, it is fine. So you can, if you have problem with microphone, also you can drop the text on the chat. But please let me know. Yeah, sometimes I don't see the notification of the chat.
Is big data using machines, sir?
Using machine? Okay. All right. What kind of machine? Do you have any idea? Can you mention further what kind of machine? Algorithm or what? Computing or?
That have not sure, sir, but maybe any data that using machine to
Okay.
collect.
All right. Good. Yeah. Good idea. Yeah. I saw this one here in chat from Nur Azim, big data related with AI. Yes, we will answer later. And then stock exchange is big data. Yeah, this is the example of stock exchange is big data. Yeah, this is a good example. In chat, stock exchange is big data. Yes, I can say this is one example, stock exchange. So you know the nature actually of the big data. But what is actually the big data? Any other idea?
Is Forex a big data set?
Yes, correct. Forex is, we can categorize Forex, Forex, if the transaction of the Forex, but the Forex itself, I'm not sure because of the number of the countries only around 200, right? Yeah, but the transaction, we can say as a big data, the transaction of the Forex, all over the world.
So basically, big data is a data which can like basically have patterns, trends, and association. Are you trying to say that like big data must have patterns and trends, like for example the Forex?
Yeah, we can say after some process we can see the pattern. Yeah, and actually the normal data also we can see the pattern. Yeah, but the keyword of the big data is actually the complexity. One of the things is the complex. Yeah, so if the data, for example, like you said before, so the name of the, let's say, people, 1 to 100, for example, and the age, and the status, the address, or for example, student in this class, 50 student, with the details of the student information. So that is a data. We cannot say that one big data is that because of the number of the data only 50, right? 50 student, 50 people. The information. But if we say the students of bachelor degree in Asia, then it will become a big data. In Asia, this is in UTB, the here undergraduate. I'm not sure how many students. Let's say 100 students or 500 students. Still fine. Still we can say that one as a data. But if we have a bachelor degree student in Asia, or even in Southeast Asia, so that is the big data. Can you imagine that one? Because we start to find the difficulties to count, right? How many students in Asia for undergraduate degree? This is the big number, right? In Asia, because of Asia covered maybe, I'm not sure. I think more than 50 countries in Asia only. Right, so then how many universities in one country? Let's say in Brunei, Malaysia, in Southeast Asia, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, and also in Singapore. Brunei and Singapore maybe only less universities, but in Malaysia, the number of universities, I think, more. And in Indonesia, of course, we have in Indonesia, we have more than I think more than 1,000 universities, including private. Right, so it is a big number. And in Philippines, I'm not sure how many universities there. In Thailand, and in other countries in Asia, Japan, South Korea, North Korea, China, of course. In China, there is many universities. And then how many students, undergraduate students over there? Or we say how many students in that university. So then we can call that one as big data. With of course with the details of this student, like name, student number, student ID, and then let's say, what's it, the status, yeah, like, or the male or female, yeah, that is only two information, but still the big one. And also the address, the telephone number, yeah, mobile phone, yeah, if you put like email, I mean social media that they have, so then we have many information, many data inside, yeah, so in the table. So that is the one. Then the big data, they have features, I mean the characteristic, yeah. I'm not sure, then maybe we can see here later on, but the characteristic of the big data is the volume, yeah, the volume. So in order to meet the requirement of the big data, so we can say this data are the big data, so the volume, yeah, and then the variety, yeah, the variety of the data, yeah. So that is the second one. So the characteristic of the big data, yeah, we can say volume, and then variety, and then velocity, 3V. This is the features, or we can say the characteristic of the data. If the data meet this requirement, yeah, the characteristic, then we can say that is a big data. Yeah, the volume, yeah, how big the data. So the data is very big. Yeah, that, as I said, for example, the number of the student in Asia, maybe. So then in Asia, so that is a big data. Or in Southeast Asia, also big data. Yeah, but the number of the student in this class is the data, only the data, because still we can count. Yeah, how many students? Okay, only 50 students. And then if there is a table, yeah, with the column, yeah, maybe we can provide the 10 column, for example, yeah, from the name, student ID, and also email, for example, mobile number, and address, yeah, and originally, and so on. So then we get only 10 times 50, so 500 features, or 500 number, or the data. So only 500. That is the data only. But if we have, for example, in Southeast Asia student, yeah, from Southeast Asia student, then it will be big. The volume is high, yeah, right? So compared to only one class like this, and so if meet the requirement, the volume, yeah, in terms of volume and variety, various data. So we have many characteristics, many features, yeah, for each data. Yes, for example, 10 column or 15 column. Then we can say big data. And then the third one is velocity. Yeah, velocity is the speed. Yeah. So if we meet the requirement of the speed, then we can say the big data. Yeah. So that's why the good example of the big data is actually from social media. Do you have a social media platform? You
Yes,
subscribe?
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Well, let's say Facebook, you can say like that. So Facebook, yeah, the data from Facebook is actually big data. Yeah. So you can check with the requirement here, volume, the number of the data in Facebook. Yeah, how many countries? I think all over the world, yeah, can access the Facebook. Yeah, I'm not sure in China mainland, yeah, but the Facebook, yeah, the number in terms of the volume, yeah, meets the characteristic of the big data, right? In Facebook, social media, also in Twitter, yeah, or in LinkedIn, yeah, because it is worldwide. So anyone from all over the world can subscribe and can put all the identity or the information, or all the data inside, right? And then second one, variety. Yeah, of course. Yeah, in the Facebook we can see many details. Yeah, of the data. Yeah, for each. Yeah, that's why then when we subscribe to the social media, then they ask the details. Yeah, so it can say as the variety, even the country. Yeah, from where and from where they live. Yeah, right now subscribe, and also even the date of birth. Yeah, provides in social media. Sometimes even though that one is an option, but then still we can say that one the variety of the data and the velocity. Yeah, in Facebook very fast. The information is very fast, and you can easily get the information in Facebook. Yeah, even the status. Yeah, so sometimes Facebook or social media replace the current media like a newspaper. Yeah, or even radio. Yeah, because of Facebook based on the real time. Yeah, sometimes people upload the video for the real time situation. Yeah, so that is the thing. So big data term of for a collection of data sets large and complex that becomes difficult to process using traditional database management tools. That is the one. Yeah, so the big data will relate, yeah, to AI. Why? Because of in order to process the big data, we need the tools. Yeah, the tools that you mentioned in here. Yeah, I saw the chat here. Big data related with AI, the answer is yes. Yeah, because of when we want to process the big data, so we cannot use the traditional tools. Yeah, like for example, SPSS, yeah, or Excel, yeah, normal Excel. So then we cannot use the traditional one. So we should use the machine learning or AI, yeah, because of the data is complex, yeah, with the high volume, yeah, very high, and with the variety, yeah, and also the velocity, very speed. I mean, very fast the information or the data generated. So the challenging of this big data, including capturing, curation, storage, searching, sharing, transfer. Yeah, so that's why it's involve the velocity. Yeah, and then we need to provide the very fast analysis, even the visualization also. Right. So that is the big data, and there is a change of paradigm here from old model to new model. Yeah, as I mentioned. Right. So in old model, yeah, a few companies are generating the data. You know that previously when we don't have any social media right now, yeah. So when I was in university, I mean in undergraduate or bachelor degree, yeah, we don't have any this kind of social media. Yeah. So when we want to know about the news, so we have to read the newspaper, yeah, or we have to see the television, or we have to hear from the radio. That is the old model, yeah, in order to know the news. Yeah, but then for the current situation, yeah, with the high speed internet connection, with the artificial intelligence, so all of us are generating the data. So the old news, or old model, only few companies, only the publisher, only the broadcaster, radio, only the TV station, TV, television. So they generate the data. But right now, yeah, all of us, all people are generating data. Yeah, and all of us are consuming data. So that is the difference between old model and new model right now. So old model, only few companies generate the data and others consume the data. But in current model, yeah, in the new model, all of us are generating the data and all of us are consuming the data. That is why we can say generating the data. Yeah, of course, For example, if you in the way to the certain location, yeah, and there is for example, on the road there is an accident, for example. So in highway, for example, then some people maybe take a picture, right? Take a picture, and after that upload on the status. So that becomes the data and also the information for the other people. Yeah. So the data. So then we don't need to wait until the announcement from, for example, if we hear from the radio, or again we have to wait until tomorrow to see the newspaper, right? Or we have to wait until evening to see, or until night to see on the television, and so on. So that is the old model. But the new model, everyone can upload the data. Then after that, everyone can consume the data. But that is the thing, yeah. So then when we are on the road, yeah, on the way, and we find the accident, and suddenly some of the people take the picture and upload on the status. Yeah. So everyone can generate the data. Right. So that is the one. Okay, so real world data analytics application. So can combining the data and expected sources, we have reveal insight on drug interaction, for example. Yeah. So then you can see here in the video, yeah, to get the understanding of this real world data analytic application. Yeah. That is the other thing. Yeah. So for the visualization can help you tell the stories that explain and communicate the important idea. Yeah, and then for innovative ways to understand the business, yeah, improve service and create value, yeah. Yeah, so then it is one the example also for a big data, and then application in terms of scientific viewpoint. So data collected and stored at normal speed, yeah, in GB per hour, for example. Yeah, and then the remote sensor on satellite, yeah, that can generate the big data, yeah. Telescopic scanning, yeah, this one, and micro arrays generating gen expression, yeah. Scientific simulation also, yeah, generating the terabytes of the data. Yeah, previously, let's say 10 years ago, yeah, all during my PhD, yeah, I started my PhD in 2003. I bought the pen drive, yeah, with the 256 megabyte at the time. That is the biggest pen drive that I found in the shop, yeah, in the computer shop, computer store in Kuala Lumpur, yeah, 256 megabyte. You can imagine. Then after almost around 20 years, yeah, no, yeah, so 256 megabyte is nothing, right? So mostly you have maybe 126 gigabyte, or at least 64 gigabyte of pen drive. Gigabyte, yeah. So that means that the number of data is increasing very fast, yeah. So even 1,000 times, yeah, because of GB, only 256, and now becoming, for example, megabyte, and now becoming, for example, 256 gigabyte. So means that 256,000 megabyte. Yeah. So times 1,000. during that is only the example of the storage or pen drive. So we have many other examples for this. Right. So data analytics can help the scientists in classifying and segmenting the data. Here or in hypothesis formation. So application in commercial viewpoint, lots of data is being collected and warehoused, like in e-commerce, web data, e-commerce. Of course, during you subscribe or register for e-commerce, then you need to enter the data, your details, name, for example, age, address, and so on. And then purchases at the department or in grocery stores. Then they will collect the information, of course. And a bank or credit card transaction, of course, the data will be collected. So then this the application in commercial viewpoint. And computers have become cheaper and more powerful. Yes. Of course, I said, in 20 years ago, I bought a 256 pen drive. At that time, the price it costed about 300 ringgit Malaysia at that time. I'm not sure, 300 ringgit Malaysia, maybe around 100 Brunei dollar, I think, BND. RM and BND. So at the time, we get only, with 100 BND, we got only 256 megabyte pen drive. But nowadays, you can get even for 100 BND, maybe, I'm not sure, you can get 1 terabyte pen drive or 512 gigabyte. Do you know the price of the pen drive in Brunei? How much for example, 128 or 256 gigabyte? How much the cost? How does it cost in the shop? Any of you? Please respond my answer. I want to make sure also we have connected. So otherwise, we have to repeat the sum of the slide.
Pen drive or a hard drive, sir?
Pen drive on
Pen drive.
the small one.
What's the storage, sir? You wanted to find out?
Like for example, 128 or maybe 64 gigabyte. How much? So just to compare the price. 10 years or 20 years ago. For example, with 100 BND, how many GB that we can get?
So from chat, Lee said around $20, yung 128 GB.
Okay, so that's why very cheap. Very cheap.
Cheap sila, sir.
Yes, that's why previously we cannot get. Even we were at the time I was about 256. 20 years ago. I have to pay. I paid around 300 RM. I'm not sure 300 RM maybe divided by 3.
Correct, sir. Divided by 3.
Divide by 3, all right? So then around 100.
100 plus.
100. So that's why. So that means that currently the computers and the devices becoming more cheap, yeah, or cheaper, and also more powerful. So that's why. So with $20, then we can get 128 GB. Okay. So then the competitive pressure is strong also. Yeah. So that's why e-commerce, yeah, or was it the company should provide a better service, yeah, and customize the services, product advertisement, customer relationship, and so on. So data analytic in IT and business industries, yeah, advanced in data analytic technique. So then we can see like Google, yeah, Amazon, yeah, these are mostly e-commerce companies, yeah, and also was it the social media, yeah, like Facebook, LinkedIn, yeah, YouTube, yeah. So then we can see from that for advance in data analytics. Yeah, it helps the retail industry model customer response, yeah, shopping patterns, yeah, helps the banks to predict customer profitability and so on. This is a business intelligence example, yeah, BI. Yeah. So then from this, then we can get, the solution or even the strategy for the company. So these are the other application, yeah, for spam filtering, yeah, and writing characters, yeah, recognition, and pattern recognition, customer acquisition or churn, and predicting sales amount of a product, yeah, and also market segmentation, yeah, document clustering, yeah, market clustering also, credit card fraud detection. Even if you want to know or to recognize it is a fraud or not, yeah, for the credit card transaction, then also we can use the data analytic application. And for network intrusion detection, yeah, or network attack also, so we can identify or recognize by using the data analytic as well. And marketing and sales promotion, yeah, product recommendation, yeah, supermarket shelf management, even inventory management. And why study why do we study the data analytics? Yeah, so the abundance of the data and ability to create the value out, yeah, it makes the essentials, you know, for the businesses, especially for the business people, for decision makers, for the governments, yeah. And data science field is this is a very hot topic, yeah. And yeah, it is unlikely that this will change in the near future. So then you can see this one, yeah. You can refer to this was it the link, yeah, later on. I will give you this link. And salaries for the data science rules, also overdrive, yeah. So the data science industry, yeah. And then, okay, this is a module overview, yeah, as I mentioned in the module specification, yeah, the same thing. Yeah, and then this is the indented learning outcome, yeah. And then the assessment, yeah, already mentioned also, yeah, but it is tentative, yeah. So then if we change this one, so I will let you know, yeah. I mean, especially for assignment, yeah, individual assignment, whether we have only one assignment or we have some assignment for individual, and for group assignment also, this one, yeah, whether we have one assignment or two assignments, yeah. But the weighting will maintain the weighting, the weightage will be 20%, yeah, for individual assignment and 25% for group assignment, yeah, this one. And the test, yeah, it will be contribute, it will contribute 15% from the total, and the exam will be 40%. So this is only the tentative timeline, yeah, so still not confirmed. So I will confirm later on, yeah, during the lecture. But then the final examination schedule will follow the university examination schedule. Yeah, for assignment and a test, yeah, presentation and so on, I will inform later on. Right, so these are the learning resources I already mentioned also in module specification. Yeah, from Daniel Leros, Wayne, Elvin Stone, yeah, and these are the other resources. So I hope you can find these resources, yeah, main textbooks from UTB e-library. Do you have access in UTB library, e-library?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so supposed to be, I mean, in library we can find many learning resources, yeah, for this one, for that. I mean, in terms of textbooks or maybe the papers, yeah, from the journals, conferences, and so on. So for software requirement, yeah, of course you need to bring the laptop. Yeah, of course, is even during the online, you should use a laptop, please. Yeah, don't use a mobile phone. Yeah, because sometimes you need to explore or to find the data or anything from the website, and then you need to collect and after that process during the certain software. Yeah, so we'll mainly use MS Excel, but I still explore which one is better. But since it is already mentioned, maybe some part will be in Excel and some part will use a different things, a different platform. And this is my contact number. Yeah. Since I don't have access to UTB's LMS, so I will deliver or distribute the material using email, yeah, to CR, class representative. So please send me your email, yeah, for each representative, each class representative to me, yeah, by WhatsApp. So then later on I will send you the materials. So this is the second part, yeah. So about because I will show you the like this, the measurement of the data, yeah, the growth of the data, source of the data, yeah, and then this is the characteristic, yeah, that I mentioned, comparison between big data and small data, yeah, or the normal data, and tools and technique, yeah, and so on. So it will come to the next one. We continue some part, so to clarify the previous one, yeah, to complete one. So this example, yeah, of the data, yeah, data is just the number, yeah, the word, yeah, the letters, yeah, from the observation, collection, so on. And then the current trends, yeah, I already mentioned. So the maximum file size you have dealt so far, yeah. Of course, you have a big file, and even usually laptop or computers right now, yeah, they sell the computers at least 500 above GB. All right, the hardware. I mean the hard disk. Yeah. So mostly you have maybe 1 TB, something like that. Yeah, because of the size right now, file size is increasing. So then the number of the platform, the communication, the media, the software, application, and so on also are increasing. So that's why maybe the minimum size of your hard drive should be 500 GB and above. And what is the maximum download speed you get? Yeah, I'm not sure. how is the speed of internet speed in Brunei? Can you mention internet speed in Brunei? It's about 100, 200, 500 Kbps or more Mbps. And then how fast your computation is, yeah, how much time, yeah, to transfer the file and so on. Yeah, proceed, get the result, yeah, the computation. I think mostly you have a good hardware right now, yeah, and because of the, the computing technologies is growing right now. So then, yeah, usually you have advanced computers in terms of the specification, right? So these are the size or the capacity, the size, the file size. As you can see here, the memory unit from the kilobyte, megabyte. So from kilobyte to kilobyte is actually 10 power 3, yeah, or byte. Yeah, so this is a megabyte is actually kilobyte times 1000, yeah, times 10 power 3 and so on. So megabyte, gigabyte is 1000 megabyte, terabyte is 1000 gigabyte, and petabyte is 1000 terabyte TB, and EP exabyte is 1000 PB, zettabyte is 1000 exabyte, yottabyte is 1000 of zettabyte, and yottabytes, yeah, 1000, around 1000 yottabytes equal to 1 prontobyte, and one prontobyte, 1000, yeah, for exactly 1024 prontobytes equal to 1 kilobyte. Yeah, so these are the memory unit or the maximum, yeah, file size unit. Yeah, because of previously we just know up to gigabyte and terabyte, and now approaching to petabyte because of external hard disk. Yeah, now you can buy with even more than 10 terabyte, yeah, outside in the market. 10 terabyte, sometimes 20 terabytes. So I just bought 5 terabytes with a small size external hard disk. So that is the current situation today. So the data is very large right now. So then we have to follow this kind of growing the data. So when we have to cover with the computation and also the analytical things, yeah, the process, yeah, in order to to make the data useful for us. So this is the growth of data, yeah. So the digital universe, yeah, and now, yeah, we are on this one actually, yeah, terabyte TB, and then approaching, increasing to be a PB, yeah, EB, and becoming a ZB, yeah, ZB. So nowadays we have this one, right? Yeah, in your computer or even in, yeah, your, external hard disk, yeah, or pen drive and so on, right? So in terabyte, but soon maybe in some years then we will go to petabyte. So 10,000 of terabyte. Sorry, 1,000. So terabyte times 1,000. So becoming EB, right? Okay, so the sources of data, yeah, every day we create 2.5 quintillion line, yeah, quintillion line of the bytes of the data, yeah. So yeah, of course, it's about a billion, yeah. So much that 90% of the data, this data in the world today created in the last 2 years alone. So see, yeah, last 2 years, yeah, we have created about 90%. So that's why the amazing incremental, yeah, for the data. So the data come from several sources, yeah, like the sensors used to get information, yeah, like climate, weather, and so on, and the post to social media site, you know, so it influences affected to the number of the data right now, and digital picture and videos, transaction records, yeah, for e-commerce, yeah, or online transaction, and cell phone GPS signal, right? So these are the examples of the big data generating, yeah. So generator, so it's with this kind of platform or application, then the big data will be generated, yeah. Social media and network, scientific instrument, and then mobile devices that we have all, and then sensor technology and networks, right? So big data, yeah, I have mentioned in the previous part, yeah. Actually, no single definition. That's why I ask you. Maybe you have an opinion about the big data, yeah, because of no single definition or no standard definition. So it's person release their own definition, yeah. But then as long as it meets the requirement, yeah, the data for the big data with some characteristics, so then we can call that one as a big data. So big data is the whose scale, yeah, diversity, complexity, the same meaning, yeah, same meaning, variety. Yeah, scale is the in terms of volume. Yeah, yeah, complexity. Yeah, volume require new architecture, techniques, technologies, algorithms, and analytics to manage the data and extract the value and hidden knowledge. All right, so then so this is the characteristic of big data, yeah, as I mentioned before. So the characteristic is a volume, velocity, and variety. Yeah, so this is the volume, velocity, and variety. Yeah, and then in terms of volume, yeah, increasing more storage capacity, more computation, more tools, techniques, yeah. And for variety, various format types and structure like text, data, yeah, numerical, images, audio, video, sequences, time series, social media data, and multimedia dimension arrays, and so on. And then static versus streaming data. So whatever is it, or whatever the data of the variety, so it included in the also in the variety in terms of the variety requirement. And a single application can be generated, yeah, by or collected in many types of data here. Yeah, so to extract the knowledge, yeah, from all these types of the data. And then the third V is velocity. Yeah, that is being generated fast, you know, very, very fast, and it to be processed fast as well. So we have to consider about the time sensitivity process, yeah, and also, yeah, of course, the speed, yeah, and the process itself. So yeah, this is the point. Yeah, sometimes 2 minutes is too late. Yeah, the latest we have got is 10 nanosecond delay is too much today. Right, big data and small data. Yeah. So can see is the in terms of complexity, high and low, yeah, and the business value, high and low. So for the terms of the business intelligence, it covers here, yeah, the low part. But then for predictive analytic and data mining, so we cover the second part, this one, the higher part. Yeah, so it is business intelligence actually ad hoc querying and reporting covers this one, and data mining and structured data, typical source, small to medium size data set. And for predictive analytic and data mining here, so it cover optimization and predictive analytic, complex statistical analytic, and managed with many sources and all types of data, and very large data set, more real time. This one. Yeah, okay. So then tools and technique. So very challenging part, this one. Yeah, so the bottleneck is actually in technology because of the data growing very fast, and we need to develop the new architecture, new algorithms, and new techniques. Yeah, and also the technical skills. Yeah, the expert in using the new technology and dealing with the big data need to be improved. Yeah. Then who are the major players in the world of big data? So these are the big data landscape. So as you can see here, so this is the technology, yeah, Hadoop, yeah, MapReduce, Mehot, and HBase, Cassandra. And these are the platform, yeah, for the application of vertical apps, log apps, yeah, and ad and media apps, business intelligence, analytic and visualization. And there is a data as a service, yeah, and analytics infrastructure, operational infrastructure as service, and structure database. So these are the company, yeah, that provided this kind of category or landscape, yeah, in vertical application until to structured database, like Oracle, IBM, DB2, Sybase, MySQL, yeah. Amazon is infrastructure as a service, yeah, Windows, Azure, yeah, Google BigQuery, this one, personal infrastructure like Teradata, Informatica, MartLogic, and so on. So these are the major players, yeah. The Google, the first one, yeah, and Hadoop, yeah, MapReduce, Mehot, yeah, Apache, HBase, and Cassandra. So the major players of the data, especially big data. So the tools available, yeah, for big data, we can use NoSQL, yeah, database Mongo, DB, Touch, Cassandra, Redis, and so on. And for MapReduce, can use Hadoop, Hive, Peak, yeah, Cascading, Cascalog, Azkaban, and so on. And then for the storage, yeah, using S3, HDFS, yeah, Hadoop file system, Google file system also, this one, distribution file system, and servers. Yeah, we can use EC2, Google Application Engine, Elastic, Beanstalk, and Heroku. And for processing, there is Yahoo, yeah, Pipes, Yahoo Pipes, Solar Solution, Elasticsearch, Determine, Wixit, Kebab, and so on. Right. So any question? Any question so far? Or any
No, sir.
okay, all right.